Saturday night. Well, Billy slammed on his coaster brakes, said, anybody wanna go to Greasy Lake? It's a mile down on the dock side of Route 88. I got a bottle of rosé, let's try it. We'll pick up Hazy Davy and Killer Joe, and I'll take you all out to where the gypsy ladies go. They've got night, and they dance like spirits in the night, all night. You don't know what they can do to you. Spirits in the night, in the night. Stand right up and let 'em shoot through you. Well, Billy was a crazy cat, and he shook some dust out of his coonskin cap. He said, try some of this, it'll show you where you're at, or at least it'll help you to feel it. By the time we made it up to Greasy Lake, my hand was out the window, Janie's fingers in the cake. I think I really dug her, I was too loose to fake. I said, I'm hurt, she said, honey, let's heal it. And we danced all night to a so very band, and she kissed me just right, like a lonely angel can. She felt so nice, just a song that's living in the night, all night. Janie don't know what she do to you. Spirits in the night, in the night. Stand right up and let her shoot through.
Hello, everybody. Sorry, got kind of a little lost in thought there for a minute.
I was listening to the song and I was like, this is really mellow and pretty badass. And then I hear beep beep and I'm like, was I supposed to unmute and I just missed it?
I was thinking because I got a special one that I want to try and do for an intro in May. It's kind of an important one for me. But so I was, and plus I was thinking of you know, because what I want to do with the opening sequences and the closing sequences, I want to swap them out on a regular basis for, you know, newer games and you know, really good visuals. So I keep a little piece of paper beside me of different ideas that I get through the show. So if you see me going like that every once in a while, it's because I'm making notes. That's a habit I've acquired over the years. Anyway, if that music is too loud, folks, please let us know in chat and I will turn it down a little bit more. I am the Cranky Canuck. I'm Cranky Canuck here. I'm the Cranky Canuck on Twitter. Please, and I know I've said this a few times, but I'm really getting tired of getting, you know, really irritated Twitter messages from some dude called Cranky Canuck bitching that he's getting all my messages. And so, yeah, the Cranky Canuck. One word, all right? That's what it is. That's what you can find me on Twitter. That's what you follow me. That's where you send your messages. And dude, I gotta say, guys.
Joined your channel.
What?
We are gonna have a great Sunday. I have been inundated between Twitch messages and Twitter messages of some great videos. It is gonna be a lot. Plus the stuff I've been finding. It's gonna be great. We may even have to go a little long.
Chat, this is all your fault.
Yes. But anyway, so I am joined tonight for Late Night with Cranky and Friends by the indomitable and gorgeous Hasselhoff.
Indomitable?
Indomitable. You just keep on going, girl. You're indomitable. You've got the power.
I just think snowman.
No,
Abominable.
Yeah,
is what
no.
Just went. I was like, wait a minute, what?
Two totally different things.
Yeah.
Yes. And on this side, we have the Mr. Giotto joining us. Thank you very much. By the way, folks, if you missed out this afternoon on the Rec Room, it was a fucking blast.
Yeah, you missed out on Cranky cheating his way to victory
hey,
there.
Hey, fuck you.
That's what
Fuck
I've
you, I
heard.
did. I won that fair and square, you dickweed. But there were some classic Fioli moments. Classic Fioli moments.
One of your highlights I actually cringed at and laughed really hard at, but I cringed and laughed simultaneously when I watched it today. I was like, oh, okay.
Which one was that?
Oh, when you were rubbing her piece. I was like, oh, and he keeps doing it, and then I just couldn't stop laughing because her face. It was a brilliant moment.
Did you see the one, driving Miss Cranky?
With the little hat, yes, I did. That's probably the only time we'd ever see you get a
Driving
pink
Miss
little hat
Cranky. Oh man, that was great.
on.
But anyway, folks, they are in the past, on their highlights. Check the highlights out. That they were a lot of fun. It was you missed a good show, and like every Tuesday is gonna be a lot of fun like that. And hopefully, and I'm saying this because I know Haas really wants to get in on this, but her only day that she could do it would be Thursdays. So we got to get those numbers up on the Tuesday show. Which means we need more viewers. Spread the word. It's a lot of fun. You got 4 co-hosts smack talking each other, playing table. I'm thinking next week we might play Parcheesi. But I need one more co-host to pop in for that one.
Isn't that a old person game?
Yeah, what the fuck do you think Sorry is?
No, Sorry is an old game. Parcheesi is an old person. It's like bridge.
No,
like you
it's
think of a bunch of old ladies with their little pink hats on, sitting around a table.
Or Cranky and his hat sitting around the table.
That's what we can do. We can all be wearing little pink hats.
Fancy hat.
The hat
Funny
edition.
accents.
But no,
You realize I volunteer and don't get paid for this, right?
Dude, I seem to know someone that's sort of scored some games recently.
Oh, what'd you do to him?
You've gotten reviews for those ones.
Well, that's true. That's true. Yes.
I'll still wear the hat, but god damn it. Why do I volunteer for this?
He'd rather wear the pink hat than review some of the games you're giving him? Is it that bad? Is that what I just...
I'd have less therapy bills wearing the hat and a tutu than Grass Simulator gave me, so...
That's it. Hat and tutu for you now on.
Yes, yeah. Well, see, Now, to be fair, I did sort of snooker him on the Grass Simulator, but then I gave you, a couple good ones.
Yeah, can't lie about that one.
Snookered him in I Am Bread.
I bought I Am Bread.
I got it for him for a late birthday present, but he still has to do a review of it.
Yep. I heard about the epic salt from you there, Haas, the other day with that thing.
I get one of those little Steam bleeps up, and it's like so and so. Doc Steele wanted to watch my game, and I was like, all right, whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. He's like, you just rage quit, and I was like, yeah, kind of. I could not I'm sloshing broken glass everywhere. I've got ants on me. I couldn't figure out, am I supposed to go in the toaster? Like, it was infuriating. It's an infuriating game. So, good luck. Have you played it yet? You haven't played it yet, have you?
No.
Gito.
No.
All right.
It's installed. It's sitting there waiting. I've just been a little busy, and
yeah. See, I
haven't wanted the cops to come to my house again.
He suddenly got himself some access to be able to watch Daredevil.
That's been taking up a little bit of time.
And where did that come from, buddy?
Hey, I said I'd wear the hat.
Plus, he does have another good game that he's going to be able to do a review of coming up soon too, as well. Like people, if you want,
I'm looking forward to that one.
If you want really good, honest game reviews, and I don't really want to call them game reviews. I want to call them like it's more like a conversation about the game. It's more like an honest opinion.
It's an honest first impressions.
Yes.
Is how I see it. I play the game for so long, get how it's going to play, you know, being that I've gamed for all my life. Generally, games follow a formula. You can kind of guess the formula after the first 10 hours, if that you have to put in that much with some RPGs. But they're in first impressions, and they're just honest.
Yep. So that's crankygamers.com. Personally, if you want to know about, like, these are not release game reviews, because I can't stand those, because half of them are bullshit. These are well thought out. They're generally played for a good week and a half, and then the review takes a couple days, 3 days for, you know, Giotto to put it together, so that it's this is not spur of the moment crap because you got to meet a deadline. This is because we give a shit about the gamers. Right? So that's crankygamers.com. Just look for Giotto's reviews. I'll probably be sliding in the occasional one once in a while. I know Red is lined up to do one or two when he's not busy at work. So yeah, that's where we're headed with that. Plus, you can get the past broadcasts from late night and the interviews there, and I may even add in the Rec Room one too at the bottom. So yeah, crankygamers.com, folks. That's one site to keep an eye on. Anyway, leading to, well, a little bit of fun. New movie coming, May the 1st. Do you know which movie this is, folks? Come on, May the 1st.
Isn't that Age of Ultron?
You got it. Well, they just had a red carpet presentation of the movie, and they released a new video of it. And it's the Marvel Avengers Age of Ultron. It's a clip. Let's have a bit of a look at it just to get an idea.
I'm about to get a Robert Downey Jr. boner.
Don't compare.
That makes two of us.
Start.
Wait, what? Oops.
That's hard. If I have to.
Nobody has to break anything.
Clearly, you've never made an omelet.
You beat me by 1 second.
This is funny, Mr. Stark. It's what, comfortable? Like old times?
This was never my life.
You two can still walk away from this.
No, we will.
You believe in peace, and let us keep it.
I think you're confusing peace with quiet.
Yeah, huh? What's the vibranium for?
I'm glad you asked that because I wanted to take this time to explain my evil plan.
It's the end. The end of the path I started us on.
There's only one path to peace. Their extinction.
No way we all get through this. I got no plans tomorrow night.
Okay, so I'm taking bets here. How big of a box office hit is this movie going to be?
Pretty big.
You think so?
Oh yeah. This is Ultron. This is one of the big baddies of the Avengers. Every comic book nerd and everyone who's even invested in the MCU will be going to see this.
You know, for all the battle that we've gotten in the clips that we've seen, the one character that I am the most anxious to see is the Vision. And he will be debuting in this movie. That's the one because he is such. He came out of Ultron. He was Ultron's creation, and he was his main fighting man. But he suddenly switched sides and became sort of a watcher, but an Avenger of sorts, but more of a watcher. But he became more of an Avenger later on, because as a matter of fact, they are leading him up to what is it? There's the Civil War,
yes,
two-parter, okay, which is basically the split between the old Avengers and the new Avengers, and it's being brought about because it's based on a basic fundamental difference of opinion between Captain America and Iron Man.
Technically, it's Captain America and the government, but they go through Tony Stark's shit to get everything done.
But at this point is when we will probably see a lot of the current Avengers fade, and the new Avengers rise up to take their place for Wave 3 and onward. Because right now we are in the middle to end of Wave 2.
We'll be seeing a lot more Spider-Man too.
Yes. I think that's kind of cool.
That's going to be awesome. I can't wait for them to do him right. Please.
They still haven't.
Well, here's the thing.
know.
Here's the thing. What they from what Kevin Feige has said in recent interviews, they are not doing an origin story. There is no origin story. It's because it's been done so much and it's been done in the comics. They figure people pretty well know what the fucking origin story is of Spider-Man. He got bit by a fucking radioactive, spider, and that's it. Done. Okay, we got the idea. What they are doing is they are going back to him as a teenager.
Yep, during the high school times.
Yes.
I heard about that.
Okay, none of this, single man off on his own working for the dickweed at the whatever newspaper it was. He is a student, and all that entails. So I think it's going to be interesting. The one that I was really pleased with, and I know you saw it last night, Juto, I believe, was the Ant-Man trailer. Did you see it last night, Haas?
Because I was supposed to be up at ass crack o'clock for work, so I didn't stay up.
If you get a chance to find it, have a look at it, because humor-wise, it's Guardians.
Really?
Yes. And this is going to be a sneak surprise success, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's going to be another Guardians.
Yeah, it really
where
is.
it just comes from nowhere and goes, "Hey, we're awesome."
Yeah.
So.
And suddenly you're going to have the B level and the C level characters finding new life in the MCU, and I think that's going to be awesome. I really, really do.
See, I'm kind of with Morwick, who says he's or she, could be a she, sick of all the Marvel movies right now. I'm almost there. Like, I was getting really hyped up when all of these movies first started coming out. I don't think I saw the second Thor. I recently watched the third Iron Man, but waited forever. I don't know. I'm just kind of, and I was always hyped up about that shit. You know what I really want to see? I want to see the Captain America, like, in the 70s. Didn't they have Captain America, like, quit being Captain America, and he pretty much rode his motorcycle across the U.S. and was like, fuck war. Like, I want to see them make a movie about that. Like, throw something weird in the mix, and everybody's like, what the fuck? This happened.
You know the one I would really like to see, especially now that Wolverine is sort of going to be fading, like Hugh Jackman is not going to be doing Wolverine much longer. I would love to see him walk out of that character doing Old Man Logan. Which was basically the end of Wolverine. I think that would be an awesome way for him to say goodbye to that character.
Yeah.
And it would
just literally retire the character.
Yeah, and it would literally be offbeat enough from, like, because I agree, and this would be my biggest fear with the superhero movies, and I've said this from day one because I know the temperament of the movie companies. I know the temperament of, network TV. Keep shoveling that shit in there as quickly as you possibly can. Keep piling it on. Keep piling on. Keep making it.
Keep the hype real.
Keep the hype going.
Yeah.
To the point where people are going to go, we've had enough. And it's going to start tanking. And you're just going to start seeing more and more bombs. You're going to start seeing less and less box office. You're going to start seeing less and less interest. And the only ones to blame is the movie industry.
Mm-hmm.
But flip side, the only ones that will succeed are the really good ones.
Yeah, but
if some of them, like you got to wonder, why did the Avengers do so good in the MCU? Because they had bomb after like crap superhero movie after crap one, and they finally took it over and went, okay, we need to do something really big, really good. And then they bumped that bar up because of all the previous shit that we had to deal with. So
what they, in my estimation, what I think they should do is slow down the wave.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, slow them down, but incorporate more of what they've done on Netflix.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Keep the B string and the C string for the in between the movies.
Not only that,
so that it spreads.
Not only that, but even the main title, the main characters. Like look, ABC and NBC and CBS have no fucking business doing this kind of material. They're just no. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. should never be on ABC. Never.
No, agreed.
Never,
agreed.
ever. Look, case in point. Look, for all the flack we give CW, look what they've done with The Arrow. Look what they've done with The Flash. All right? Now, I'm thinking they're getting a little carried away, but we'll see what happens with the spin-off that they plan on doing, and if it works, cool. ABC should never have gotten the rights to do Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That should have gone to HBO. It should have gone to AW or what's the other one? That the American Network, whatever. Hell, even the History fucking Channel with what because the Vikings, man, you can't get better TV than the Vikings. So, no, network TV should never ever come anywhere close to this. Ease off on the movies. Across the board, big names. Instead of every year we have 2 or 3, superhero movies, have one.
Yeah.
Right? One big one, and spread it out. But bring in the sub-stories on things like Netflix, or bring it in on cable, because they've got the guts to do it right. And Marvel could have the control that they don't have with ABC, because I don't think Marvel has the same control with ABC. I just don't.
No, I don't think they do. I think you're right. I'm just trying to think, because you also have to remember they're working with the actors' time frames and all that, so they have to have the continuity between the actors.
Yes, I understand that.
So I think that's the only snag I could even see in that whole thing. But they have so many stories to work with that I don't see that being much of an issue either.
I don't know. I don't think they'll ever not do what they're doing until it fails. Because that tends to be the pattern with everything. We're going to ride this until we kill it.
Yeah.
And then when we kill it, we have to figure out what to do. But until then, nobody's going to turn around and say, let's do something different. They're going to turn around and say, this is successful, let's do it. Over and over and over and over again. We're going to hop on that fucking bandwagon. That's what gets me. I think that's what burnt me out on Marvel, on all these movies. I'm just like, okay. You should have seen me when I was ready for the first Avengers movie. I almost shit myself. And now it's just, it's kind of lukewarm. Give me something new. Give me something. Don't burn me out.
I think that was one of the reasons why Guardians was such a success. Because it came out of left field. It was not an expected Marvel title to hit the theaters. And I think Ant-Man is the same thing. Like, we all expect, you know, Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, you know, all these big names. And on the DC side, you've got Superman, you got Batman, you got Wonder Woman. You know, those are the big names. We expect those. But
one of the successful ones, Watchmen. That was another left fielder.
That flopped big time.
Really? That was such a success on the critical side.
Oh, critically, but money-wise, it flopped.
Oh, that's a shame, because that was actually really good, too.
And they kept it pretty much close, because I've got the graphic novel.
Yeah.
And they kept it pretty close. They kept it pretty close to the graphic novel.
Because I was just hearing good reviews about it, like, from most of the people that I listen to that matter. And it's like, but box office, I guess?
Box office, it flopped.
That's such a shame.
That's why there was never a number 2. It just did not bring in the money in the box office. It just didn't.
I wouldn't want a number 2, though.
Well, yeah, I don't know if you could do one, but they would have tried.
I know.
You know, look at some of the movies they try and make number 2s out of. You know, like, give me a break. What was the one I saw the other day that it was just like, you're doing what? I can't remember the name of the movie now. Shit, I can't remember it. Anyway,
all I remember about The Watchmen, I went and saw it in IMAX, and all I remember is Dr. Manhattan's big blue junk on the screen, bigger than I was. That's all I remember. That's probably not a good thing. That is all I remember. I'd probably rather read through the graphic novels again, because it's been a while since I've had that big ass book in my hand. A long time.
You know, I would almost love them to. I would love to see them take, you know, the Killing Joke and make a movie of it, not as using it as a, you know, starting point, but make a Killing Joke, because that was a phenomenal graphic novel. And the same with Arkham Asylum, the original Arkham Asylum. That was just insanity, and it would have been a great movie. But I think it would have been too dark for a lot of viewers, because it definitely was a dark graphic novel. Anyway, on to other stuff. GTA 5 launched yesterday. Everybody seems to be
broke the interwebs.
Yeah. More than a few streamers got their keys ripped off of them.
Well, that's just because they're retarded.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Did you?
I'm sorry. I'm going to show my key on stream. Retards.
Did you not know about that, Haas?
I heard about that, yeah. And they got their copy. Because I remember hearing about it in TeamSpeak, and somebody was like, Casey Tron got hers stolen.
Yeah. Right off stream. Gone. But,
God.
One of the things that has been added to the PC version is a video editor that allows you to do a number of things. One, you know, grab quick little screen images or movie little images of your, you know, your awesome, you know, last 3-minute jump that you did or whatever, and upload it.
Mm-hmm.
Another aspect of it is you can actually create a movie with game assets based in, you know, the GTA 5 world. And one of the first ones was released today. Now this one, it comes from, this was commissioned specifically by Rockstar to show the power of the new tool. It was done by the YouTube team 8-Bit Bastard at Rockstar's request. It's called The Running Man, and we have a clip of it for people to see. So let's take a look at the. Now remember, this is the very first video using the GTA 5 in-game video editor.
Ah.
So anyway,
That was the only thing that saved that video for me.
the Forrest Gump.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I was like, come on, this is Grand Theft Auto. This is what we have. But
So yeah, that was obvious Forrest Gump, reference, but that was done using in-game assets. It was done using, in-game. Well, everything in that game was used with making that video, and I thought that was not badly done. Like, do you think?
I figured we would have gotten better if it was commissioned. Just saying.
Well, you think that was kind of little blah? You were expecting
I've seen
guns, weren't
I've
ya?
seen 12-year-olds edit together stuff like that on YouTube.
what?
Like that was nothing big or special. Congratulations, you got a glorified capture device on your game. Yay.
You're being pessimistic. You're being a spoil sport. This is new technology. This is new stuff. Why are you being so mean?
Oh gee, sorry. I was just thinking of, the good old days of fraps.
Yeah, but no, fraps. F-R-A-P-P.
That's still current time if you're talking about faps. All right, come on.
Guys, I bought GTA 5 tonight.
I saw
Not a-
that.
Not the kind of game I would ever typically play. I did watch when it came out on the PS4. I watched a lot of the gameplay, but I'm not very good at games like that. And I reminded myself today when I had to do the tutorial that I'm very bad at games like this. But I couldn't help the hype. Everybody was playing. I was laughing my ass off. I was like, "Fuck this! I want to run people over, buy houses, and fucking shoot shit." I'm god awful. So we'll see how well that works, or if I just wasted $60 that I won't ever really use. Yeah. So I did that. I was kind of excited.
Yeah, I gotta admit, when I saw that pop up on Steam, it was like, wait, did I just read that right? Hasselhoff?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know you were playing it today, Giotto.
I saw that popping up too, yeah.
So, I'm not getting it. A, I cannot afford it. B, it's just, no, it's not my, I would rather spend $20 and get Subnautica, to be honest with you.
Fair.
But what do you guys think of it? Like, Giotto, like you were actually playing for several hours with the Disney crew. What are your thoughts?
Well, I enjoy it for what it is. I mean, I knew exactly what type of game I was getting when I was getting into it. So I'm in there just to have a sandbox where I can shoot things, blow things up, deck out a car, and have some fun with some friends. And that's what I got. I got a great time today with the Dizzy crew. That was hilarious, trying to get a tank and failing horribly.
DeGaulle grabbing you come outside and oh look, DeGaull's got the helicopter. Not a big surprise. Like, what the fuck? Of course he got the helicopter immediately. Motherfucker can fly it too.
Don't know how he got it, but he got it.
Probably bought it. You can actually buy helicopters, jets, and all kinds of stuff like that in there.
How much were the helicopters?
I think it's like 500K or so.
800,000 to 2 million between.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah, see.
Yeah, no. But going after those tanks.
Oh, that was just great. That was great.
That was insane.
The best part of the whole thing was we found one point where you can jump in, but then there's another point that's just easier where you kind of just drop in instead. So making the jumps, though, was so much fun in like a POS hippie van. Just seeing this thing try to fly over this fence.
But did you see the one where they had the army truck? Dizzy had the army truck, and he went along the top of that hill, and he made the jump in, and he made it, and he almost got him. He got into a tank, and he was nailing him until nobody else came along to help, and he just got annihilated. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
And that right there is the appeal. Just to kind of finish that off, is those stories that you get with your friends. There's the appeal to the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's the only reason I bought it, too. Because watching people play this together, and the same with Arma 3, made me want to buy Arma 3, even though I do not play games like this, just for the sheer, fucking fun of it with everybody else. I don't know. It's huge. I think that's huge.
Speaking of huge, another little milestone for another game that we all like. City Skylines hit the 1 million unit sales today.
Well, congrats to them.
They say, we continue to be amazed at just how many players have embraced City Skylines, Paradox CEO Frederick Wester said in today's announcement. The game is still selling at a steady pace, which is remarkable for a game that has been on sale for well over a month. Once again, we want to thank everyone that has supported and continues to support this game. Now, City Skylines came out on March 10th, just over 1 month ago. Signs were already good that you'd soon find your bestest friends on Skylines when it became Paradox's fastest-selling game. It sold over 250,000 by the end of its first day of sale, including pre-orders. Who says city builders are dead?
I think I'm a minority. I am not in love with this game. I tried to even open it up again today, and I'm a huge city builder fan, and there's just something about it that I can't quite get beyond. Not a huge fan.
Why? What is it you're having a problem with?
I don't know. I was afraid at first that I was going to compare it to SimCity, and so because it wasn't the same, I'd hate it. And I knew better, I kind of went in on it. I don't know if it's the fact that I feel like everything in the game looks exactly the same with just different road layouts. I don't know if it's that or I can't even figure it out, but I don't even enjoy it anymore.
Wow.
Well,
that's fine. I'm really surprised because I know you love your city builders.
I know. I was really fucking sad about it.
Do you think that they can, maybe with a DLC or mods that can, like, have you used any of the mods at all to try and see if maybe you can get something back?
I've tried. I'm not against mods at all. My thoughts are I really like experiencing vanilla game first.
Yes.
But even with mods, I feel like a lot of the mods are, just not really even worth it.
Can I ask you this? Is it because there is not enough variety in the building types?
Probably. Just visually, I'm like, okay, the game's very pretty, whatever, but it does. Everything looks the goddamn same except for the roads. And I can't do those fucking junctures I see people building all the fucking time.
Oh, they're
and that
tough.
pisses me off. Yeah, that pisses me off. I'm like, half of these people, because it was big on Twitch for a while. You know, big streamers sitting here streaming Skylines, and I'm sure that really helped them a lot because a lot of people hopped on that game. But I'm watching people who I'm pretty sure have never really played City Builders doing these amazing things, and I'm like, well, fuck you guys. Fuck you guys in this game that you'll probably never play again. Fuck you guys. And then I rage quit City Skylines, which is a possibility apparently. So, I don't know.
Do you think that at some point, if they come out with, let's say, their version of Cities of Tomorrow DLC for it, where it improves the selection of buildings beyond what the modders are doing, and it gives it a more modern look, could that bring you back in? Or are you done?
I don't know. I have a feeling it'll be a while before I actually pick it up again. I really think so. I did try your map today, briefly.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
How did you like it?
Well, it's very cool. I think the only issue is you put your railroad line right in front of your starting highway.
Okay.
So you have to delete that to make your highway. And so that was the only. But
I will see about trying to update that and get it.
Your fucking volcano thing in there, that's badass. And the waterfalls coming off the sides, that was really fucking cool.
Good. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun building it. See, the problem is right now, I can't, for some reason with my system, I can't actually play City Skylines without it locking up my machine.
Oh.
I can use the map editor up to a point, which made making that map a real pain in the ass. But I'm hoping with the next few patches. See, it's a problem on my own making because I'm using Windows 10 Preview.
Oh,
now,
yeah. Do you like it?
Now, here's the thing. When I was using the first preview when City Skylines launched, worked fine, no problems. Then, almost at the same time, an update came for City Skylines and an update came for the Windows 10 Preview. They both hit, and since that point, I cannot play City Skylines without it locking up. I mean, we're not talking just a soft lock up where you can, Control-Alt-Delete. I mean, this is hit the big red button, shut the machine down, restart the machine. That's how badly it locks it up.
Shit.
Now, when it comes to map editing, I can do all the work, but when I go to exit back to the main menu, I can't. I literally have to use a task manager to shut down the game. So yeah, there's definitely some problems there, but it's of my own making, and I don't blame, Paradox or Colossal Order for that. Giotto, you've played City Skylines, have you not? No?
Nope.
Oh.
No, I
You
don't
want to
think
know
he
what the
has
last
any.
city builder I played was?
What?
SimCity. The original.
What, number one?
Yeah. Yeah, we're talking for the 386 on Windows 3.5.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the last city builder I played.
That was awesome. That was a good game. That was a lot of fun. What you just don't like city builders, or
City builders and flight sims are the two banes of my existence because they're getting such good games recently. With like Elite Dangerous.
Yeah.
Great game. Not for me. City Skylines. Great game. Just not for me. But when I hear, again, like Killing Floor 2 coming out, I'm all excited for that. But these type of games, unfortunately, they don't hold much for me. If I want to micromanage, I'll play a 4X. right? That's kind of where my brain sits.
Did you see that clip, that highlight from today with Fioli and her love of
Killing Floor?
Mm-hmm. Where she just goes right. that was awesome. Okay. Anyway, next up, we're just a little bit of news shit here. Destiny update 1.1.2 is being released. It's added colorblind support and more. Among the biggest new features is the inclusion of colorblind support that recolors the engram drop players receive with colorblind mode enabled. Vault capacity is also being increased to 24 armor slots, 36 weapon slots, and 24 general slots. For the sake of conserving memory, the Xbox 360 and PS3 versions of the game have gear comparison disabled in the vault. Audio controls have also been added to the settings menu, allowing for volume control and music toggling. Item locking now allows players to prevent gear from being accidentally dismantled or destroyed. And finally, the purple ball that every player loves pushing around in the tower is being re-added as an interactive sphere with parallaxed energy core that grows with object velocity and tints based off of time of day. If you guys want the complete patch notes, we'll drop the link into chat and you can have a look for yourself. I don't think any of us here are Destiny players, are we?
Absolutely not.
I refuse to support it.
Wait, what? Whoa, what? What?
Once I found out about their DLC practices, Destiny became a non-thing to me. I refuse to support them on that. They cut complete sections out of the game and then resold it as DLC to people. And it was on disc. Like, we're not even talking like this is when it's going gold or, the developers have a little bit of free time. This was on disc, finished areas. And they said, oh, hey, pay $20 for this one. Oh, hey, pay $20 for this one. Oh, and all that story you wanted, some of it is actually in these DLC. So all that story that we would have had for you, we're now selling to you again. Fuck you guys. Not touching that.
Yeah, I will admit that's kind of lousy business practice, and that's like for those of you that are new here, and even some of you being here for a while, we are very strong proponents of gamers and gamers not getting fucked. Okay, and in this case, Destiny is knowingly screwing gamers, and that's just not an acceptable practice. It's just not. I don't even know if the point comes where they even port it to PC. I doubt I will get it based on that alone.
Well, okay, so just real quick, I want to bring up Dynam Tiger. I can't say that name. Dynamite Tiger, thank you. They were designed to be part of DLC.
Thank you, one cheeky.
That means that it was still developer time taken away from finishing the initial product. They knowingly took development time and spent it on making more money to sell to you after you get the game.
And the thing was that if you got the physical copy of Destiny, and this was proven, if you got the physical DVD of that game, they found on that DVD those 2 DLCs.
Mm-hmm.
They were there.
It was in the coding.
Yeah.
See, that's fucked up. That shit right there, that's what just fucking just goes right up my ass.
Huge red flags were sent off when the DLC downloads were only like 500K.
Yeah, because all that was an unlock key.
Yeah, literally all that was the information saying populate this zone with XYZ. That's all that was.
Like, those 2 DLCs that we're talking about, they were on the physical media. They were already, and that's been proven. Do your research. Do your research, folks.
I don't mind DLC. I don't mind day 1 DLC. I love DLC, actually. It helps games continue. Right?
I'm not a big fan of day 1 DLC, though. I am not.
Here's how I distinguish that. If it's cosmetic, it is 100% fine because the art team has nothing to do while the game is going gold. If they design a new little skin for your gun, that's fine. If they build a whole new gun that's overpowered, okay, now we got an issue, guys. So, but DLC is good. Taking time away from the development of the game to do the DLC, or taking parts of the game out for DLC, I can't back that.
Yeah, just a quick little note. We don't mind you guys having fun in chat. We don't mind you having your little, like, you asked some of our longtime folks here, like Ninja Loot, who came in being a real dick.
Oh, yeah. He's a funny little dick, though.
He turned around. He's become a really good member of the community. But if you harass my co-hosts, especially the ladies, I will fucking kick your ass from here to Kingdom Come, dude. Respect. You treat everybody here with respect and you'll get it back. If not, get the fuck out and don't come back. Hearthstone. Hearthstone. That great card game that I can't fucking stand is coming to iOS and Android and iTunes, Amazon, and Google Play Store. It's mobile.
That's huge.
Yay!
It's
so now you can
huge.
take your addiction everywhere.
That is going to be fucking huge.
Smartest move Blizzard could have made.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like, really, I'm not sure. Let me just check and see on Google Store what if they are doing a quick charge for it. Let me have a look. Okay, free, but offers in-app purchases.
Yeah, it's a TCG.
Yes,
So
but it's
no big surprise there.
Right now, Hearthstone's Heroes of Warcraft is available, and I'm looking at it right now. I can install it right now on my Nexus 4, but I am nuking that page because I can't be bothered. So yeah, it's like. Do you think this is going to be the big flood for the game now?
Not a big flood, but it's a lot of people are really gonna pick it up if they haven't on PC. It will bring in a lot of people, but not as much as I think they'd hope. I'm just wondering if they're gonna link the accounts.
Well, if they don't, that'd be stupid.
You never know.
It
could be more money for them.
That's true. So they'd make everybody start from scratch.
Well, actually, you know what I'll do is tonight after show, I will install it and see what the process is. Because if it is your Blizzard account that you're signing in through,
then it should link.
You're connected.
Yeah.
That's going to be the key.
So if
ahead.
they link it, they'll have better customer appeal. If they don't link it, they're going for money. 100%.
Axor says they are linked.
Okay. So at least they're doing right by the customer there.
Well, they should. They have such a loyal fan base.
That doesn't stop them from charging how much for half their crap.
See, I've never played Hearthstone. So
I never have either. And To be honest, I have been tempted. I have been tempted, but it's like I keep coming back to the fact of I don't get the game. I don't understand the game, and that's probably part of the problem. I don't understand the game, and maybe because like part of my routine in the evening is after I get the show going up to upload it, I go and chill out for an hour before I try and fall asleep. So. Between 2:30 and 4 o'clock, I'm playing something on my phone, right? Lately, it's been a really good version of Solitaire. I'm just gonna pull up just so I get the name right, because I play it a lot. Let me see. Give me the name. Come on. It's by Brainium. Brainium. It's a free game. And it's like most of them you have to play like this.
Yeah.
This one plays very nicely like this.
Okay.
Right? Very nice, very good card design. You got your Vegas, you got your normal. It's a lot of fun. So I may just for the yucks try out Hearthstone just for the hell of it.
You know what? I might even give it a shot too, see what it's all about, because I actually do enjoy the PC version.
Well, you play it?
Yes, I'm actually a huge fan of TCGs. Any kind, Magic, Hearthstone, Might and Magic, Duel of Champions, all those games. I quite enjoy them. So, would be interested to see, and if it does link the account, maybe, I think that might be where the key is for them.
Yeah, well, definitely.
It's very rare that I get to talk to coworkers about like gaming and the kinds of things I do because I don't work I work at a fucking retail store. So the chances of me finding someone who is very adamantly into video games or knows anything about anything is kind of rare for me. But the one time I was trying to get one of my coworkers to get into Smite, we found out his computer doesn't work, and he tried from that moment on. He's like, you know what my friends got me into? Hearthstone. And I was like, I know the game. He's like, no, it's like crack. And every time I would try to get him to play any game, he'd be like, have you tried Hearthstone yet? And I'm like, no. And he's like, man, you got to get into Hearthstone. But it was like that one thing where I feel like I should, just because I never get the opportunity to share what I do in my spare time with anybody else. But it doesn't interest me, and I kind of wish it did. I kind of feel like I should jump in that.
Well, like I said, I will probably give it a shot tonight, just out of curiosity, because I can throw it on my phone and it's easy to delete if I don't like it. No pain, no gain. Another one that is coming to mobile is Lara Croft Relic Run, which is a free-to-play adventure runner for iOS and Android devices. It was announced today by Square Enix. The game soft launched today in the Netherlands and was developed by Simutronics with the assistance of Crystal Dynamics. Now, Relic Run offers a combination of acrobatic-inspired running, combat, vehicles, and epic boss fights, such as the original Tomb Raider T-Rex. Like the other games in the Lara Croft brand, Relic Run will scratch your itch for nostalgic play. Crystal Dynamics commented on the Tomb Raider Tumblr. Big adventure, over-the-top action, and loads of collectibles coupled with fast-paced pay. Now, we do have a clip of, it's a trailer for it, and it looks like it has a little bit of gameplay in it, so let's have a look at it and see what is what? Excuse me.
Damn.
Okay, now if this is on mobile, yeah.
It's an infinite runner.
Not being phone app savvy, how the fuck would you play something like that?
It's actually really simple. There's only about 3 or 4 controls. Left, right, jump, duck. It's an infinite runner. The character moves on their own. You just direct what lane they're in.
All right.
So...
Yeah, I'm not playing.
You could see that in the gameplay trailer. Laura was moving like this. Back and forth. So...
Yeah. I would never, like, I'd look at something like that and be like, what the fuck? Like, I don't even know.
But you do get a good constant look at her butt.
You gotta look at something. It might as well be nice.
You know what my memories of Tomb Raider are? The original...
Her butt?
No, well, kind of. The original Tomb Raider, they let you go, there was, like, the practice area at her house with all the, like, the things you can jump from or whatever, and there was this little old man, her butler, would carry a tray around and kind of follow you slowly. Oh, now I... Oh. So he'd carry this tray around, and you'd hear him, like, and you'd hear the clicking or whatever, and my goal, and this is what I did in most of the game, I didn't even play the actual game, I would go into the practice area and try to lock the old man in the freezer. That is the only thing I remember about the original Tomb Raider, was locking the old man in the goddamn freezer. So, and I did buy the newest one that, well...
Yeah, I tried playing that, but, yeah, no. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I don't know why. It's a good game. I could not get into it. Graphics-wise, it was beautiful. It was well-done graphics. The puzzle aspect of it, I think, was just a little too... I don't know. I guess you would have to be a real puzzle player to enjoy that part of the game. I didn't. So, you know, that was kind of wasted money. What?
Outlaw Cat says she's about to punch a man in the dick.
Run, you Marty, run! Those weapons are not going to keep you safe, dude. But it's okay. She's a massage expert. She can fix it afterwards. I did not go there. God.
Oh, but you did.
It happened. This is real life.
Yes. One last one before we go to break, because I'm gonna throw this one into chat so you guys can see the pictures. Someone has gone and created one of the best looking guns out of the game, and they give a complete breakdown of it. It is for the, I guess it's the Hawk Moon. Yeah.
Oh, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is beautifully done. I will throw the chat, the link into chat before we go into break. Our break is going to be a little bit longer because we have a really, I don't know if Veg is here. Are you here, Veg? Are you here? If not, our intermission is courtesy of Veg, and it kind of keeps with our musical change that we've done here. So there is the link. We will be taking a 5-minute break. Well, actually, it's going to be about 6 or 7 minutes now. Give Giotto a good smoke break, and we will be back in...
I'm gonna need a cold shower after these pictures. Kidding me?
Dude.
Somebody hand this man a tissue.
Yeah. Jeez.
Dude, it's a gun.
And
this is the same man who got a lady boner from Robert Downey Jr. I think, yeah.
Guns aren't off the table.
Okay, anyway. if you like our certain brand of insanity that we call Late Night with Cranky and Friends, and you have, you're new here, please consider hitting that follow button down there. It kind of lets us know we're doing a good job and bringing you some good conversation. But in the meantime, we are taking a 5-minute break. We will be back. Well, 6 minutes, 7 minutes. We will be back. And that was a bit of drumming awesomeness from a 14-year-old girl that just kind of blew me away when Veg sent that to me. Thank you very, very much, Veg, for that. That was an awesome piece. I realized we went a little long on the intermission, but how do you trim stuff like that? You can't. It's just, you got to enjoy it for as long as it lasts. You know. But anyway, yeah, that was, I'm not even sure what her name, Calandros, if she, yeah, like, you could tell at that very end, that great big grin on her face, it was like, yes, I did it, all in one shot, you know, like, that was pretty awesome. Veg, if you can grab the link for that and her channel, yeah, Cena is her name. Do me a favor, grab her link from YouTube just in case people want to see more of her drumming capabilities. But anyway, let me turn this down just a little bit. I don't want to drown you guys out. Now, where were we? So, what did you guys think of that that little homemade gun?
I thought it was sexy, but I don't think I felt as fondly about it as Giotto did as he rushed off during the intermission, and we didn't see him again until he came back.
Yep. Fastest shower I've ever had.
Yeah, I noticed that the beard's looking a little damp. Yeah,
yeah, just a bit.
I gotta admit, though, they did a damn good job of it. Damn good job. Anyway. One of the things, and we're seeing this more and more, is the size of downloads that are consistently getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. One of the things there was there was a post put out today. I'm not sure what it was by. But digital distribution has been good for PC gaming. The convenience, sales, and increased exposure for small developers have made our hobby significantly more accessible. The increase in download size over the last few years, however, is starting to make some games a little less accessible. Case in point, big budget games now come in tens of gigabytes. And while increasing data use is a natural part of evolving technology, internet speeds for a lot of people aren't keeping up. People who live with internet speeds of less than 30 megs or restrictions of like 50 gig monthly caps can't buy games like Assassin's Creed or Call of Duty Advanced Warfare digitally without incurring overages or waiting hours for them to download. We've talked about this in the past little while, especially in light of things like Star Citizen, GTA
Aren't they the ones
5.
with the 100 gig?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. 100 gig. Now, this report goes on to say, as the chart shows, and I'll throw this link into chat so you guys can sort of, if you're interested, follow up on a little bit further. As the chart shows, since around 2007, the download size of games from big publishers like Activision, Ubisoft, and EA have gone up between 5 and 10-fold. The original Assassin's Creed from early 2008 required a download of just over 9 gigs. Last year's Assassin's Creed Unity required just under 40 gigs.
Jesus.
The recent upward trend seems to be begun in 2011, after which Call of Duty games exceeded 15 gigs and Rage became notable for its nearly 20 gig download, and that game fucking sucked. Things really shot upwards in the late 2013, however, corresponding with the launch of the PS4 and Xbox One. Since then, most of these games have been over 20 gig and many nearly 50. The PC version of Grand Theft Auto 5 is nearly 60 gig.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and what they don't mention about that is when you're done that 60 gig download, you better have another 50 gigs left over for the decompression.
That's right. Like, when they say it's a 50 gig download, that's a compressed, encrypted file. Which means, if you know anything about decompressing or unzipping files, you need twice to 2/3 the space to decompress to. So if it's 50, you need 50 to 75 gig free of space to unzip that file to. And then you also need a comfort zone because the actual installation will require additional space.
Mm-hmm.
So that original download may not seem that bad for a lot of people, but as Rockstar found out with GTA 5, there were some people that figured, oh, 60 gig, no problem. I've got, I got a 125 SSD. I can slap it on that. I'll have a rock solid one. And they got partway through the install, which included the unencryption and uncompressing, and they were locked.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't do anything because they didn't have enough room.
Was that the issue? Like, what was going on yesterday when everybody was trying to like, what was the problem there? Because I kept hearing people talking about it, and because I didn't own the game, I wasn't really thinking about it or trying to figure it out.
There was a couple
there was
problems.
two. Yeah.
Pardon me, I got a really nice little snack here to
that's fine.
enjoy. Go ahead, Guido.
The first major problem was the download. A lot of people, when they went to decompress it, found that they didn't have enough space, and it was freezing the install at a certain point and wouldn't let them pass that point. People couldn't figure it out until they figured out, oh, wait, we need like 120 to 150 gigs in order for this to actually work. The other problem was they got DDoSed, so their servers were all borked.
And there was one other problem. If you were a Windows user, with a unusual name, like username on your system that included numbers or unconventional characters, you couldn't log in. Because Rockstar, in all their infinite wisdom, did not program that ability into their login system.
Alrighty then.
Which meant you basically had to create a guest admin account on your own system with a normal name to be able to work. For it to work.
Yep.
So they had three major problems.
Damn.
At least it wasn't as bad as Blizzard.
What do you mean?
Diablo 3. That was probably one of the worst launches I've seen in a very long time. People couldn't get in for... I think I was lucky and got in within 2 hours of it launching. I was really lucky. Some people couldn't get in from 4 hours to a full day.
After SimCity 13 was even worse. There were people that couldn't get in for weeks.
You figure these companies would learn from their previous launches.
Well, you would hope, but
they don't. Yeah. See, that was the thing we said when we heard what the the launch time was going to be. Prime time. What the fuck are you doing launching a title of this magnitude during prime time? How fucking stupid are you? Number one, the hit that your servers are going to take, regardless of the fact that you're pre-downloaded, you're ready to go, blah 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 blah, you're still going to have all those people slamming your servers to log in. And people, you know what that is? That's a variation of a DDoS attack. That is what a DDoS attack is. It's when your servers are getting a massive hit of traffic that it cannot deal with, and it collapses.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
useless packets all sent to the thing, hitting it all at once.
You tie in everybody that's legitimately trying to log into the Rockstar servers, along with the assholes trying to fuck everything up, and you're going to have problems. But you don't do it at prime time. Like, that was just mind-numbingly stupid.
I'm surprised it actually did go as even
well
half
as it did.
smoothly
Yes,
as it did.
I will say
considering everything.
I will say that it did. It went a lot smoother than I thought it was going to.
Mm-hmm. I was expecting another D3 where you get error 305 or whatever.
Now, back to file size. Even pirates are concerned with download size. Some perhaps turning towards it for relief from oversized games. A popular trend among pirate sites is offering repacks. Versions of the game where they've compressed the textures, audio, and video to drastically reduce the initial download size before decompressing with special installers. Some repacks have audio support stripped down to one language. Wolfenstein: The New Order on Steam required a 40 gig download, but there are repacks available that were 15 gig. Battlefield 4 is a 25 gig download from Origin, but there are repacks sitting at 17 gig. The assets in repacks, however, aren't always completely lossless compared to the official versions. But to the point that the file sizes are even worrying pirates, you gotta go, wait a minute, maybe they are getting a little bit too big? You know, when pirates are having to come up with creative ways to make it easy to download these games, you know, that you're pirating, you gotta know you've got a problem. But
you know, you got a problem in even your strategy though when the pirates are able to compress this even further. Like, that just shows a laziness on the company's part when, you know, a pirate out there just goes, oh, look, if I just do this, this, and this, I can reduce it by another 10 gigs. The fuck are you doing, EA?
Fair
the
point,
fuck are you doing, Bethesda?
Well, here's the
thing.
both
of you.
The key point being the audio and the language files. Okay? Typically, they pack every single language file they have and every single audio file they have into the game pack. Instead of saying, okay, look, to help save on download file size, we are going to basically send this out with English. If you want to download your language pack, here's the address. Once you've got it installed.
Yeah.
If you want to download better quality audio packs, here's the download. They're free because they're part of the original package. Right?
Yeah.
You could probably reduce a 20 gig down to a more manageable 15, 14 gig. Because audio and language files take up a lot, like...
The audio files especially are the largest of them all, especially with voice acting.
No, especially as we get into more high-end graphics, your variations of your textures. Okay, your different sizes of, different qualities of textures are what is taking up a lot of room. Second would probably come the audio files. Third would be the language packs. Right? So they could very easily put out basically 3 levels. A very core pack with base textures, base language packs, base audio, which you could upgrade at your convenience. Then have a step up with bit better quality of everything. And then finally your monster.
You know, I'd love that as long as they don't pull a Dark Souls on us. You know, I'm cool with it.
What do you mean pull a Dark Souls?
Oh, we're gonna get upgraded textures. It's just gonna cost you $20.
Oh no, that would not go. No. Mm-mm. No, not if you're paying $60 for a game. No.
Right?
No. No, that's not kosher.
Like I said, I'd be completely fine with those types of options. Yeah.
But yeah, so definitely, and one thing they did finish, I'll finish off with this. For the time being, though, many people will continue to experience digital distribution challenges. The Witcher 3 coming out in May lists a 40 gig HDD requirement, and the developer Star Citizen warns its players its client will be about 100 gigs. But see, now here's the other thing. Like, I know that when it comes to caps in the U.S. and even in Canada now, 350 is pretty much the average cap.
Mm-hmm.
These games are going to choose and that's not counting your streaming. That's not counting your day-to-day usage. That's not counting Netflix. That's not counting,
that's not counting anything else.
Gaming.
That's just the game itself.
Yes.
Like,
it is very, very soon going to become intolerable to have any kind of cap. Because it's just going to cost too much money. Like, what was it? Kilius, as a matter of fact. It cost him, I think, what was it cost you, Kilius? An extra $20 to download GTA 5?
Yeah, because of the cap?
Yeah, because of the cap.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, didn't I hear a rumor that Comcast was going to do that anyway without really even telling anybody? Yeah.
Nationwide. 350 gig cap. Nationwide across, and with absolutely no warning. It was just going to, one day it would be there. And the reason is because they know that if people really found out that that was going to be happening, the same thing that would happen to them that happened to Time Warner in Texas.
What happened to Time Warner in Texas?
Time Warner in Texas tried to institute a cap of 350 gig. And the uproar, and they announced that they were going to be doing this. They said, in X amount of weeks, we will be rolling out these 350 gig caps. And the uproar was so bad, so much, that they said, we kind of changed our minds. We're going to think about this a little longer. We're still going to do it, but we're just not sure how we're going to do it. So we're just going to hold off on it a little bit. Comcast wants to kind of sidestep that little fiasco.
PR disaster.
Yeah. And go straight to screwing you.
Yep.
And they guaranteed won't be sending you a cigarette afterwards.
They didn't even take you to dinner.
No. No.
Jeez.
So, yeah.
Rude.
How uncivilized.
Very, very uncivilized of them. But you know what? I have something to say to any ISP that puts caps on for no reason. And it's very, very simple. I think that pretty well covers it. I think that covers it. Anyway, while we're speaking, I know we talked earlier about GTA 5 and their video editor thing. Another company that is providing a editor for, and we saw the same thing with City Skylines. You've got your map editor, your asset editor, and it's a lot of pretty cool tools. Another one that's doing that is Dying Light, and they just released a set of developer tools for you can basically create whole new scenarios. You can create new towns, new areas, new monsters, whatever you want. We have the trailer for it so you guys can see what they've kind of got in plan here. just to give you an idea, this is the Dying Light Developer Tools trailer. I think this is pretty clever of them. I think it's something that we're going to see more and more of from companies, especially
those who know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They realize with everyone else. They realize with Skyrim. I think that's when it really sank into all the developers. Give people the tools. They will make your game sell for years after.
Yeah. Now,
that just looks great.
Yeah,
drop kicking a zombie into a freaking target. I want to do that.
The only problem I have with that is, thank you. The only problem I have with that is we're going to see a lot of really stupidness, and I guess stupidness can be fun, but I'm more interested in seeing the talent. We've seen with City. I'll come back to City Skylines and their map editor and their asset editor. That we've seen asset editors where they've said, oh, we've got this all new school, and really all they've done is they've added a tree and a bench, new property, right? What I'm afraid of is things like with this Dying Light Developer Tools thing where you can do all this stuff, is we're still going to get that kind of crap. There's just going to be stuff you're going to have to wade through to find the good stuff. And that, to me, is going to be a pain.
That's the advantage of... now I'm going to go back to Skyrim because that's where I know the modding community mostly. Sites like the Nexus Mod Manager and all that for Skyrim, the top-rated ones were always front and center. So you could do top-rated of the week, top rated of the month, and then top rated overall. And that would give you a really good sense of where the good mods were. And Steam Workshop has much the same thing, where the good mods, if they're voted on properly, will start making their way to the top end of it, and you won't have to wade through so much shit.
The problem I have with Steam is there's too much business interest in there. And you're going to get a lot of stuffing of the ballots. And that's going to bring... look, when Steam brought in that curated nonsense, and all of a sudden you saw every single blog having a curated, gaming feed. You saw every YouTuber having a curated gaming feed. You saw everybody had a curated gaming feed, and if you really looked at it, it was advertising. That's all it was. It wasn't real, true, it's not like if you or I or Haas decided to say, okay, we're going to get together and we're going to create a really good quality curated feed for games in Steam. That's passion. That's because we love what we're doing. The YouTubers and the streamers and the so-called independent reviewers working for gaming companies, they all have an agenda, and that is to push certain games. And that's why the problem I have with the Steam curation. I think it needs to be cleaned up. I think it needs some specific set of operating policy to be put in place, and declarations made.
I think they need to scrap the whole Steam curation shit. I think it's a failed experiment. I think that, you know what? I looked at it 2 times. 2 times. I was like, there is nothing on here that as a PC gamer I am either A, not aware of, or B, would even be remotely interested in. Now I never pay attention to it. So why is it there? Just scrap the whole damn thing. I don't know one person who actually uses that.
I don't. I don't even use that other one. What's that? Explore your.
Recommended for you.
Yeah.
Your queue.
Yeah, your queue.
Which I learned about on the show. While we were talking about it, I was like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? And went through my queue.
And it's just a joke. It really is.
Shit needs to get the hell off my front page.
Look, the fact is, Steam as a storefront needs a fucking major big revamp.
Mm-hmm.
It needs the code lightened. It needs to be super fast, and just
needs to get all that shovelware the fuck off.
Yeah.
Needs better customer service. Needs an actual return policy.
That's clutch.
A refund policy. Yes, most definitely.
An actual one rather than as soon as you download the game, you're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you guys.
Everybody hates on Origin, but doesn't Origin do that?
Origin has a 14 days.
Yeah, Origin is way better for their return policy. It's ridiculous.
They just suck.
Yeah, so they've got one thing.
They just haven't had the time that Steam has to refine their system.
Origin is owned by EA. You cannot expect it to be nothing more than a mouthpiece for EA and their corporate business philosophy. The fact that they have a refund policy freaks me out because I would never expect that of them. So that is one surprise. I'm serious. I would never expect that out of them.
You got something wrong when EA is beating you in something.
Yes,
all right,
yeah.
Steam, take notice, please.
Yeah.
You're being beaten by EA.
A few interesting facts and figures that most people may not realize when it comes to gaming. Here are 20 findings from the essential facts about the computer and video game industry for 2015, for which 4,000 American households were surveyed about their gaming habits and attitudes. Headlines, these are the three main headline stats. 155 million Americans regularly play video games. 42% of Americans play for at least 3 hours a week. 4 out of 5 American households contain a device used to play video games. That's just the lead-in. Now we get into some deeper numbers. Demographics. The average game player is 35 years old. 26% of players are under 18. 27% are over 50. 56% of players are male. 44% are female. The most frequent female game player is on average 43 years old, and the average male game player is 35 years old. Of the most frequent game purchases, 41% are female and 59% are male. Any of these catch you guys by surprise?
Nope. But I'm wondering how bad they're skewed.
Yeah, 4,000 American households were surveyed for these numbers. Mm-hmm. So that's a very, very small number, in my opinion.
Small sample number?
Granted.
Yes. So I do believe these numbers are a little wonky.
And if I remember correctly, studies like this do not differentiate the difference between mobile gaming and the core gaming experience of PC, console,
let's keep going down this list. Online games.
All right, here we go.
1 in 3 of the most active game players pay to play online games. The most popular genre among frequent players are social games, action and puzzles, card and trivia. 39% of the most frequent gamers played social games. 54% of gamers used a game console to stream movies. Frequent players say they spend 6.5 hours per week playing with others online and 5 hours playing with others in person. Of those frequent gamers who play with others, 15% play with their spouse or partner. Still...
No.
They're still looking skewed to me.
Yeah, because Killies is like moms on Facebook playing Candy Crush are not gamers. And I
Social.
Wait, no! See, that's...
Social games, action, puzzler, cards, and trivia. Trivia is also things such as Puzzle Quest.
Is that
things
not
like
a game?
That.
Is that not a game?
But it's a pay to play.
Is that not a game?
I'd say it's more of a market than a game.
Is that not a game?
See, I'm going with no.
Is that not a game, Giotto?
I'm gonna go with no because it's a dirty practice.
Doesn't matter what the practice is. Is
Dungeon
that
Keeper,
a game?
So, I don't consider Dungeon Keeper a game either, though. Dungeon Keeper Mobile? That's not a game to me.
Yeah,
all that is a company wanting you to click on something to spend money.
No, Giotto, that's your personal opinion. Is it not a game?
Yes, by the strictest definition.
Then that's all that matters. Your personal opinion. Your personal
they're
opinion.
skewing the numbers here.
No, they're not.
Based on those.
No, they're not. They are talking about games. And they have qualified it. Social games, which means Facebook. Okay? They are qualifying it as puzzlers and action games. They are games. They are different brands of games. They are different types of games, but they are games.
See, I feel like if they weren't including all the social games like that, and this maybe is a skewed opinion of mine based on my experiences, but if somebody were to consider themselves a gamer, I feel like console rules and everybody who's a PC for life gamer or whatever is going to yell at me for this, but I feel like as a general, like very ignorant thing, people who get together and play games, it's mostly on a console. Like people who aren't hardcore gamers will go to a friend's house and be like, hey, you know, here's this controller, play this new fucking game with me.
Is that not playing a game?
Dude, you're playing solitaire. I have no comment
Hold on a second.
for that.
Hold on a second. Do you have to pay to put the ace up there?
Doesn't matter. It does not matter. It's still a fucking game. You are letting your own personal opinion interfere with the statistics.
Which are skewed. These statistics are not real life.
The only reason... Okay, I actually want to explain why I'm letting my personal opinion actually enter this one, and there is a reason to the bias. Because a lot of the arguments that you'll receive from feminists and other outspoken zealots, they will quote these numbers that say, oh, well, look, you know, 44% of gamers are women. Okay, how many of those women are playing Facebook games and are being marketed to for the Call of Duties? Not a lot of them are playing Call of Duty. Why is Call of Duty marketed towards guys? Because more guys play it. If you go by these numbers, no, the numbers are almost the exact same. You're looking at almost a 50-50. But it's not a 50-50.
Okay, next. Parents and kids 84% of parents are aware of the ESRB rating system. 69% of parents regularly check ratings before buying games. 90% of parents say their kids can only buy or rent games with their parental consent.
I call bullshit.
I call bullshit on that as well.
Bullshit.
79% of parents place time limits on video game. I call bullshit on that whole fucking category. That is no.
Those are parents in one of these 4,000 households saying, "Oh, somebody's asking me a question. I need to be a responsible adult right now. Let me answer what I'm supposed to answer."
Yes.
Fuckers.
Now, spending. U.S. consumers spent $22.41 billion on games in 2014. Among traditional game sales, the top genres in 2014 were action at 28.2%, shooters at 21.7%, and sports at 13.3%. Digital sales accounted for 52% of sales against physical media's 48%. In 2010, digital sales were 29%.
Wow. Yeah. It's come a long way.
I'd even
since
say
then.
it's more now.
Now,
well, this is just the sampling for
2014.
Yeah, it's just the sampling for that. I mean, it could be up and down. Steam usually doesn't release a lot of their numbers, so.
Now, they go on to say, video games are ingrained in our culture, said ESA President and CEO Michael Gallagher. Driven by some of the most innovative minds in the tech sector. Oh, excuse me, snacks hitting me back. It's, English cucumbers. It'll do that. Our industry's unprecedented leaps in software and hardware engages and inspires our diverse global audience. Our artists and creators continue to push the entertainment envelope, ensuring that our industry will maintain its upward trajectory for years to come. That I agree with.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's your, and I'll put this out the chat as well. You've heard the numbers, you've heard the fact, what's been said. What is your impression of this report?
Bullshit. It would be really fucking cool, but you just mentioned that they don't release much information. If Steam put out their statistics.
Well, they do to a point.
Like women, men, what plays, what games, what styles, all of this, age.
I think they do release a little more of that information, but they will never release their sales figures. Mm. The only way we even know about sales figures on Steam is because the developers will come out and say, we sold this many copies through this distribution.
But then you've also got sites like SteamSpy.com that are starting to do you've never been there? In your browser, SteamSpy.com. It is a treasure trove of information on Steam sale.
Mm-hmm. They're doing a lot better at the data mining of their systems.
The Steam API is revealing all kinds of fascinating shit.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
I have a really dumb question that you can laugh at me about if you want to. What the fuck is a Metascore?
A Metascore is a collection of scores. For example, Metacritic is based on amalgamating a whole series of scores from across the web into one score.
Okay.
It's a score of scores, basically. But yeah, that's SteamSpy.com is probably, it's a treasure trove. It's kind of fun to sit and go through and see what games are doing. But what I will do, in case anybody is really interested in this type of shit, here is the link to the complete report. You can check it out at your convenience, laugh at it, make fun of it, go holy fuck on some of it, check it out. See what you guys think, because it's, hey, this is our culture, guys. This is what we are building, and it is immense, and it is growing non-stop, and we got to know every part of it. It's not just, you know, sitting behind a controller or sitting behind a keyboard. You got to know your biz.
22.41 billion.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
For 2014.
Alone.
Like, that is an insane... Well, they say, and I remember seeing this about a week ago, people always said that, you know, PC sales are going to go down and down and down until they don't exist anymore. The actual fact is, gaming is driving PC sales up to the point that by 2018, gaming will be responsible for $36.9 million worth of sales of computers.
Mm-hmm.
Gaming alone.
Oh, yeah.
So, anybody that tells you that PC gaming is dead,
Fuck. No, there's
fuck
no
you.
way.
There's no way. It's not going to die. And that's like the biggest laugh I get, you know, when people say, oh, you know, the desktop's dead. The desktop will never die. It will change. It will morph. Mm-hmm. But the desktop will never die.
Nope. It, like you said, it might change its appearance, but it's never going away.
You know my ultimate PC? You know my ultimate desktop PC is a desktop.
Mm-hmm.
That's my ultimate PC.
Yeah. Where the PC is the desk. Yeah.
Okay. And your monitors are part of that structure.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate desktop PC. But that's not even, the desktop PC will reach a point where it is a part of your house. It will morph into being a part of your house. So it doesn't matter if you are in the living room. You can key in and play a game from there, or you can watch a movie from there. You can be in your bedroom and say, okay, you're in the living room, switch to one-in-one room, and it will switch automatically. Switch to, whatever. Thank you, Dixon Cider, for the follow, dude. Very much appreciated. So, the desktop's not going anywhere, folks. It's not. No. It's going to get more powerful. It's going to get more all-encompassing. It's going
to have to.
It is going to become an integral part of our homes. That's what it's going to become. Anyway, like, you got to understand, I've been following this business since the XTs.
Mm-hmm.
I've sold them. I've serviced them. I have programmed for them. You name it, I've done it as far as this business, and I've seen how this business has grown. I've seen what computers have grown into, and it ain't stopping. It just is not going to stop. Anyway, little bit of fun. Where'd it go? Oh yeah. Thank you, Sci-Fi Horror. I like that name, Sci-Fi Horror.
Oh yeah, Jason X.
How, Jason X. Well, in our video games, there's always glitches. There's always these really funny, hilarious glitches. What we have for you right now is 10 shockingly creepy face glitches for you to see.
GameRanks presents 10 shockingly creepy and frankly hilarious face glitches. We scoured the internet to find the stupidest,
I
weirdest
hope the scary
facial
baby
glitches in
face
games,
from
so here they
Sims
are.
4 comes up. Oh.
That reminds me of Jim Carrey in The Mask.
Yeah.
Well.
Gone wrong, of course.
Oh shit. Sorry, you didn't need one of those anyway. Ooh.
That is creepy. Very, very creepy.
Oh shit. He's all hyped up about the game. Yeah.
He's up on the steroids,
No Red Bull
dude.
for him.
He's up on the steroids.
Ooh. They live.
Isn't this the one that caused Total Biscuit to rage quit? That one from Assassin's. Yeah.
Probably. Kill me.
No. What? What? I think we broke him.
So those were some of the creepiest, weirdest.
What the fuck? Kill it with fire.
Oh.
Anyway, just a little bit of humor there.
He needs to die in an explosion. What the fuck was that?
Now this next one, war games, you know, war video games. You typically, you know, you think Battlefield, Call of Duty, you know, even maybe Gears of War if you want to get carried away, or, you know, Arma. But what about War of Tunes? Now,
why not?
This is sort of not. This is definitely not your grandpa's war game, but it could be interesting. Let's have a look.
I want rum now.
No.
So that just happened.
So anyway, that is War of Tunes.
Now I wonder if you'd be able to actually do that, like go through and fuck with the game like that, because that would be pretty interesting.
I will throw the link into chat. It leads into a fuller explanation of it. I just grabbed it sort of for a closing video. Anyway, we are getting a little long here, so we were going to call tonight's show to a close. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show. If you have, please consider hitting that follow button down there and letting us know that you're enjoying yourself. If you haven't already. If you feel like helping support us a little bit more, the donation button down is down there as well. That is always muchly appreciated. I want to thank my fantastic co-host for tonight, the beautiful Hasselhoff, as always. Yes, even if she does have that silly look on her face. She does an awesome job when she's here, and love having her here. And of course, the Mr. Giotto, my fellow Kanakian. Good to have you here, sir, as always, even if we don't agree, which is even better.
Oh, yeah.
But in the meantime, folks, this has been Late Night with Cranky and Friends. I will be back in the morning for morning coffee with Cranky. Hopefully you will join me for, desperately needed coffee and, I don't know, special brand of crankiness, whatever, and news. And we will be back, as always, at midnight with Late Night with Cranky and Friends. But until then, folks, please remember the two most important words of all time. Game on.
Head out on the highway, looking for adventure, and whatever comes our way. Yeah, darling, go make it happen. Take the world in a loving embrace. Fire all of your guns at once and explode into space. I like smoking lightning, heavy metal thunder, racing with